fastball, very live pitches come in there. Take a couple here in the first inning, your first at bat, do a little scout report.
Faced him early on. So let's see how he does and how the Tigers approach it.
Well, I think what we're going to see all game long with Gausman on, it's going to be a long day for the Tigers.
Base hit for Victor Reyes. Comes up from Toledo and picks up right where he left off. The lead.
Victor Reyes, he's a stealing threat. We'll see what he does here. Right now, he's every game is he doesn't do well. He's worried about going back to Toledo. He does not like I-75 South. 9-10 feet. Oh, that's a big high leg.
There's a fly ball, deep right field, but back is Teoscar Hernandez to make the play. One away. Still looking for that first homer as a Tiger. 0 for 4 last night. Takes one outside.
Oh, that's a high leg kick. He's juicy for the taking.
It's 2-0 to me. He pops it foul. His hand might hurt too after Meadows. It's a swing and a miss.
Reyes wanted to go right there, late jump.
There he goes. The throw down is dropped to score on a single from Meadows. Instead, Meadows draws a walk. First and second with only one. Leads the team with 20 on the year. And a swing and a little tapper foul.
I'd like to have your first picture taken with
Alan Trammell.
Alan Trammell is a good choice.
Yeah. That doesn't take long
no,
for me to answer.
Quick.
Little low. Gausman was in San by a game over the Dodgers. Low 2-2 to Miguel Cabrera. In there for strike 3, and Cabrera caught looking. Here's Harold Castro trying to deliver a 2-out RBI single, and does. Up the middle, Reyes rolling home. The throw is into third.
Go!
Hits Meadows in the back, and he holds on there. On the lineup as soon as he comes back, and here's Javier Baez. Swing and a miss. The slider at 86 makes it 0-1.
This was his way back in too. Mighty quick pitching there. Go.
He's down in right field getting ready to play catch with Austin Meadows to start the second. It's funny. It really is. It's Alfredo Simon. You remember Alfredo Simon? The big pasta, and 1 to Baez. Let's see what he gets here. He gets a free pass to load him up, is what he gets. In as a pinch hitter last night and hit a sacrifice fly. Take strike 1. It's the fastball. Swing and a miss. Down 0-2 in the count. If the Tigers with the bases loaded.
Come on, Willie. Got to get him in.
Good take to make it 1-2. Reyes start. In the air, right field. Hernandez where he stands. And the Tigers leave him loaded, but they score.
Thanks once again for having me. It was really cool because yesterday Moreno was telling a Miggy friend to even he asked, like, can I walk behind the batting cage? He's like, yeah, man, this is your field now. You're a big leaguer now. So he was very nervous, very anxious, but at the same
exchange go between the two.
Well, at the beginning it was like, hey, I'm Gabriel, nice to meet you. And Miggy's like, yeah, I know who you are. and then Miggy was telling him like, hey, just good luck. And it was a very cool moment with Javi as well.
Yeah, that's special stuff. And I know you talk about Moreno, we talk about the top prospects in baseball.
Alvarez number 7, Diego Cartaya from the Dodgers, Alvarez from the Mets. So right now Venezuela, they have very good catchers with UBC. It's going to be a tough decision, but it's really cool to see it as well.
Yeah, it's a tough decisions to make come WBC time, but it's great. Obviously, so many great Venezuelan-born players.
And of course Moreno, as you mentioned. Thanks, Johnny. You know, it used to be shortstops. And it started back with Davy Concepcion, for example, for Venezuelan players.
Moreno was actually drafted as an infielder.
Drafted as a shortstop.
Shortstop,
right.
yeah, and they moved him. He asked him to move.
And the rest, as they say, is history. Haas swings and misses. Strikes out for 2 away here in the second. His contact, his actions, his bat speed, his athleticism. We should be raving about Victor Reyes. Comes right back up. Couple of hits. This one.
But the ball was dropped. I'd like to see him get a bigger lead and see what Gausman.
You're talking about the stolen base.
Yeah, get Gausman's.
Moreno retires Jonathan Scope. In the air, 4 outfielders for Toronto, so no problem in. Struck out his first time up.
That fastball caught the bottom of the zone.
He's ahead in the count, 2-0. In the air to shallow right. Hernandez retires Cabrera, and there are 2 fly ball outs here in the Tigers' third time now for the bounce.
You have 2 strikes, but you got to let it go. You think you don't want that heater? You start to swing like it's a heater. I want to hit it out of the park. I want to hit it in the alley. I'm not going to do it by decelerating on that off-speed pitch.
Kevin Biggio tosses out Harold Castro. The Tigers go 1-2. As you could imagine, it doesn't get nearly enough run, but he is with us here in right field. We always talk about intent.
One another. We held each other accountable, and I think we had a burning desire to win and to prove that we were. I think everybody, I don't know if I could say they worked extra hard, but I think everybody was a little bit more focused that year, and things.
Since then, remind you of you guys that you can think of?
We'd like to have another one here, I think. I mean, that's the way I dream about it.
Like to see
things are going really good. And George Kell on that home run, by the way, said he hit it a mile. Hand up and you threw people out. You throw those seeds down there. You really loved that challenge, didn't you?
Well, that was my, obviously part of my game. My back foot where it was and just come up and throw the ball. And I had a strong enough arm to do that.
Yeah.
And even though I did that, I was able to get him a few times, but he was on base.
Gibby and I talk about this an awful lot. What your team did, fly ball to left, what your team did, I think, exemplified Detroit.
Most teams in professional sports miss and lack. And I think that we all, it was an awesome experience for me to be able to play alongside of him and all the other guys on our team, because I think we've gotten a lot of fights that year.
I know. On the backhand, long throw, and in time just to get Spencer Torkels, and he was right.
This, because we have never talked about it. The day I came up in college to take batting.
No, not you.
But we sparred a little bit, and that was when I came in. I mean, they defend what was said by whoever said it against the other team. I thought that was really good. Then you had me to deal with. Then you had Jeff.
We were borderline crying when you left.
I was borderline crying.
How much disappointment did you feel? And
anymore, but that was at the beginning of the collusion era.
Yeah.
So I had agreed.
The fair ball into the right field corner.
Hey, there you go.
And Eric Haas will dig for 3. That's not bad for a catcher, huh, Lance?
You were big and you weren't slow, but I mean, you learned how to run and you were aggressive. You remember the time in Sparky said everybody will go first.
No matter where the ball was, the ball got to the outfield, you had to go first to third. So I think he was trying to develop, a mindset right there that, he wanted everybody to see that
it was way better.
It didn't really matter, I think, in spring training. But once the season started, I think guys smartened up a little bit and,
to really tack on some runs.
But back to the me leaving Detroit deal. Before I was able to get my signature on it, they pulled it off the table, and they said we're not going to negotiate with you till the end of the season. And I mean, that in itself just kind of.
I'm really excited. I turn around and they just let the whole mob take advantage of it. You guys are too nice. That's the problem. I was just going to say, can you guys go back?
I don't trust you now.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Go back to work.
Hey, behave yourself.
What happened out there?
Simo got distracted.
I'm sure he did. Their intentions were good, but look at, I mean, it's.
We'll serve those guys tomorrow.
Are you kind of whispering because you think you're just telling it to me?
This is covert.
You can be very conniving, can't you?
Oh, here comes Simo. Keep it down.
Meadows with a blast, but to the deepest part of the ballpark. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th.
That was weak, Simo. Hey, tomorrow, you know those little metal things they put over them so they stay warm?
Yes.
I'll have those over there so nobody can get to it.
It was like a flock of seagulls, Ken.
It really was.
It's like you were throwing crackers in the air. It's crazy.
Beat him off him. Thanks, it was good for the thought, guys.
Yeah, I guess it's the thought that counts. That's what.
It was a little windy and chilly and rainy.
Yeah, but they're stuffing their face with our food, Gibby. Tigers go 1, 2, 3. Here it is. Area signing a ton of signs and signing a ton of jerseys and baseballs and batting in the 6th. Harold Castro, Javier Baez, and Willie Castro. Harold Castro sends one to center. Bradley Zimmer puts it away. Zimmer is the new center fielder for.
He's been overly aggressive here early on.
Rips one to left in front of Zimmer. And Javier Baez is aboard for the 3rd time today. A couple of flyouts for Willie Castro so far today. But
hitter comes up and gets a big knock.
it is one of the many beautiful things about this great game of baseball and how quickly things strong and confident and leading to nothing. Perhaps lost in a lot of this is how good Kevin Gausman has been. Mentioned earlier, that's what Minnesota did in the last start for Kevin Gausman. That's a fair ball. Baez all the way to 3rd. Willie Castro has himself a 1-out double. 2nd and 3rd.
Chance for Spencer Torkelson to make an impact.
Infield is in for Toronto. Torkelson
To drive that run in.
up and in. 1-1 to Torkelson.
And I also feel like Gausman's going to try to crowd Torkelson
I do too.
with his two-seam. He knows exactly the situation. He wants to get the ground ball here.
Or the strike. Tried to get him high. He's going to come in again.
In there for a strike. He's behind the count 1-2. Pulled foul.
A little bit of a hanger there. Split up and in.
A line drive right at Kevin Biggio, and they're going to double up Javier Baez.